this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a sample of resources that are available at the public library as well as PGCPS. And okay, and I'm going to have questions after each resource. You can use the chat and ask me your questions. And at the end, again, we'll unmute yourself and you can ask questions that way if you prefer. All right, so it looks like I have elementary, middle, and high. So I'm going to stay with that. If you still have Menti open, for the ones that have gone to it, if you could also answer these quick questions. If your family uses the services offered by the library, and if your family likes to read, and as well as if your family subscribes to streaming services, if you subscribe to Netflix or HBO, Disney Plus, Hulu, and all of these. If you can take a second and also answer these, because I will show you that you can, oh yeah, okay. A lot do the streaming services. I'm going to show you some free ones that you can access with the public library. So thank you. That's really nice. Oh, okay. All right. I'm getting a lot of readers. That's really awesome. Okay. Thank you. So we got every range. So I'm going to start my little PowerPoint here. So I did change the title of the presentation. So I called it Avoid the Summer Slides, Stay at the Top of Your Ladder with the PGCPS library resources. So, and Marcy will share this with you guys. So the resources I'm going to talk to you about today can be accessed from 3 different points. There's the first one, of course, is destiny.pgcps.org, which is the direct URL. Then you have the other option of going to our county webpage under More Options, Student Resources, Library Catalog. And at the top of each school page, there's also at the top menu one, it's called Library Catalog, which brings you to the page you want to go. So this is the page, the destiny.pgcps.org that you want to go to, which has all the databases that are available. There's, like I said, if you go to our county webpage, and I like to show many options because you're not necessarily going to remember the Destiny. So under options, if you go to student resources, and you can click the little arrow here, and it's library catalog, which also brings you to this page. And all of our schools, if you click, I just picked a school. I think I picked Largo. At the top here, you have some menus, and library catalog is right here. So these are the PGCPS, the public library school databases. The one thing that's going to be important to remember when you get to this page is at the bottom here is a list of usernames and passwords. So for the students, when they are at school, they click on the databases and they open no username or password requested. But of course, from home, we are paying for these databases. So of course, from home, they do need username and passwords. Most of it is, the username is PGCPS and the password is PGCPS. But of course, there are always exceptions. So if you click the list of username and password, you have all the databases here listed with their username and the password. So this little document here will not open if you're not a PGCPS employee or student. So you will just click on it and it's going to say ask for request for access, and I will just give it to you. Okay, and then this document will open. And like I said, they're all there, and I see some people. And some of them I do want to mention when it says use county credentials. What do I mean when I say use county credentials? It means that they use their PGCPS username and password. So that is not their full email address. So when I say credential, is just the username So I'm going to go sit here and we're going to start our resources. So the first one that I wanted to mention are both of our encyclopedias that are available, Britannica School as well as World Book. So I'm going to go here. Britannica School is one of my favorite. It has 3 levels. And at the top, if you go here, you also have other resources offered by Britannica. You will see there's 2 fully Spanish encyclopedias, 2 fully French encyclopedias, and they also have a Japanese one. There's a dictionary, and these are Annals of America or timelines. But I'm going to start with the elementary level. And every day they have this little question here. So what does it mean? So you answer. I did it yesterday. Actually, it's supposed to change, but which of the following? So it stands for, and it tells you yes. And if you want, you can read the whole article. From here, this is the full art. Well, this is the elementary level article of Victoria Day. If you don't know the meaning of something, you can double click on it. Let me see, celebration. And you will have a definition that will come up. And
celebrate.
You can also have somebody read it to you. There is the Spanish translation available as well. You can have, oops, the whole article read to you as well.
Queen Victoria was Queen of the United Kingdom from 1837 to 1901. She reigned over her country longer than any other British king or queen before her. Her reign is called...
On the right, you can print, you can email, you can make the font bigger or smaller, and you can translate as well. So this would be for the elementary level. What I really like with Britannica is I'm going to stick with the Queen Victoria article, but now I'm at the middle school level, and you see it completely looks different. It has the same feature up here, the site, translate. You can
1819 to 1901. On June 22nd,
make the font bigger. Oops, sorry, wrong side. Or smaller. And again, you can double click on a word to have the definition. Now, if you're a high school student, you would go at the beginning, from the beginning, you would get to Victoria here at this level. And you know that your student has some difficulties in reading. So what they can do, they can go to reading level 2, or they can also go to reading level 1. But what Britannica does, if you're a high school student or middle school, even though you're at the elementary level reading, it still looks like the high school level reading software here in the background. So it doesn't make them feel like they're down to elementary, even though that is their level of reading. So Britannica does this very well. The other encyclopedia that we have, I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, is World Book Encyclopedia, which is more visual. Oh, I didn't have to log in. Login here is PGCPS again, and PGCPS. So I'm going to sign in. So this page here is a bit misleading because all the vendors are trying to sell us different databases. What we truly have here is kids, student, advanced, timeline. We also have the Spanish one as well as the French one. All the other ones are freebies until the end of June. So these will disappear. So again, I'm going to start with kids. And you can see this one is a lot more visual. And I forgot to mention, but Britannica has kind of the same thing here at the bottom. And you have activities as well. And you also have games. And Britannica has a pre-K to second grade specific for the students. So I'm going to go here and let's do important people. And we can search. We'll stick with Abram here. And again, you can scroll down, and World Book has a lot more pictures. You can get the text read.
Abraham Lincoln, 1809 to 1865, became the 16th President of the United States in
every word. And if you go to the bottom, you can go to World Book Student, which is the level higher. The Spanish version of the same article, right here. I think I scroll down, I can go back to the English version. And you can do the same and get to the French version of the same article. Has the same principle that you can go, let me go to the higher grade so you see what it looks like. You can go here. So this is the middle grade. You can share it, but I'm gonna click on that. You can get it read to you, and you can double click and you get a definition. So this would be it for our two encyclopedias that you can use. You can see we have a lot of different databases here. I'm just going to talk about these two, and before I jump to the books, I'm just going to ask if anyone has questions. You can ask them through the chat for me, and I will do my best to answer. So I see Marcy placed my Google presentation on the web, so anybody can see it. And you also will get my name and information if you have questions later on. So I'm not seeing any questions right now, so I'm going to keep going. We are jumping to Let's Read, because I saw a lot of people like to read. So I'm going to go back again to this page where all the databases are. The bottom 7 links are all ebooks. I'm going to talk about 2. I'm going to start with Tumble Books. And Tumble Books and Teen Book Cloud are the same company, same idea. So I'm going to click Tumble Book. And that's good from K to 5th grade. And you have a lot of options. I'm going to just go to, you can go to any book. Let's do Lifetime here. And this one is, they say play video because it's being read to them.
Of each wild animal that lives to maturity and the recorded and observational information about its behaviors.
But you have a lot of options at the top. You have the read-alongs for the early readers and chapter books. You have the, I don't know why they have the books different here, but again, and all I'm doing here at this point is I select the title and click Read Online. And at the end of all the resources, I will show you that there are apps, and there is an app for this one, for Tumble Books. But their graphic novels are very nice. Again, just click and it opens right up. If you're not sick of homeworks, you can also do book report right here. They have nonfiction. This one was super cute. And then you also have videos by the National Geographic that you can watch. They're all very short. Language learning, because they also have Spanish and French books. And they are being read by French people on the French section and Spanish people.
Un très beau cadeau.
So you have lots of.
C'est un petit humain nommé Bambou. Jeanne et Bambou s'adorent.
Playlists are a bunch of books if there's about a specific topic. So if you want books about addition and subtraction, you can just click on it. And it has a bunch of different books, but all about addition, subtraction, and you can read them or listen to them in one after the other. finally, they have puzzles and games. And you just click and it opens and you can do a game. So here's a memory game. And you can do the game. So that is Tumble Books. Like I said, these guys, you just click on it. Team Book Cloud is the same principle as Tumble Books, but it's for older. So it's middle and high school students. The other big one that we have that's fairly new is Overdrive Sora. So if you do use the public library, oops, sorry, I'm logged in. I want to log out so I can show you. You will be familiar with Libby, which is the Overdrive for the public library. Sora is the same concept, but it is for students. So when you go to that link, it will bring you to this page and you will click My School is Prince George's County Public School. If this is not one, you will get that. You're going to click here, sign in using Prince George's County Schools. And that's where you're going to use your county credentials. So for our students is whatever their email username is. So it's going to be, usually it's the first and last name. So my example, I just created an example student and I put in the password and then you click submit. From here, you get into the library. I'm going to go home here. On the right, this is where your account is. You can click to here and change the name if you like. So I'm going to put it student. You can change the little picture. And from here, you will see under the Me tab, it's keeping track of the reading you are doing. So I want to go back and select a book. I'm going to go to shelf. Oh, shelf is what I have checked out. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to explore. And let me see. I want to read a science fiction book. And let's pick this one. So I'm going to click borrow. And here's the book. You can make the book, well, 2 pages. You can go bigger. You can search within the book. I'm sorry. And you have all the reading settings as well here. You can make it bigger. You can change the lighting. And they also have open dyslexic. And so all you need to do, let's see here if I can get it to. Here's a book and I'm just clicking the arrow and here I can change pages. There's quite a fair amount as well of audiobooks, but we don't have tons and tons. Okay, so this is what our selection at PGCPS is. What is fantastic about this Sora is if you go to the top right on here, you can add a public library. So I'm going to click add public library. And what it does is it goes, I'm going to select Prince George's County Memorial Library System. And because I'm a student, it is only showing me kids content. Just as a quick example, I'm going to show you as an adult. This is what I see as an adult. But because this is my account right here. But because I'm logged into Sora and I go through the public library through Sora, then I'm only getting to see what's available. So here's Prince George's County Memorial Library and Prince George's County Public School. So let's say I'm looking for a book. I'm going to click here and then I say, yeah, I want to search all of my libraries, the PGCPS and the PGCMLS. So I'm going to, I see a lot of questions, so it'll be a second here. Let's say I'm looking for Wonder. I'm going to click enter. It's telling me the wonderful, yeah, because of Wonder, Wizard of Oz, but it's also bringing me to the public library. From here, I'm going to click borrow. Okay. And this, remember, is the public library. And our students have automatic access to the public library through their PGCPS student card. So what they need to do is put PGCPS and their full student number. So I'm using a student here, 619. And I'm going to click sign in. So because I'm at the public library, I have to put my public library card, and all of our students can do this. You have to find out their 9-digit student number, just tack on PGCPS right in front of it and click sign in. And now, see, I can click borrow again. And now I have the book that's checked out to me. I'm going to close. And I'm still in Sora here, even though I'm in the public library. So if I go to shelf, I checked out books yesterday too. So these are all the books I currently have checked out. They can be read online, and I will show you as well the app when we get to the app segment of my presentation. So each book has an option. You can renew, you can return it, you can send it to a device if you have a Kindle. You can mark as done and add to the list and see book. And like I said, when you click me here, it will keep track of everything you've done and it gives you little badges. All right, so let me look at some of the questions. Yes, the dyslexia is for the fonts that's slightly different. So I was not successful at changing the book fonts, but see now it has different look. The letters are heavier at the bottom, I think, and that helps dyslexic, oh, I can say it, students. So Sora, great selection thanks to the public library. All right, so okay. Now I'm going to keep on reading again. I'm going to show you the selection for reading books and more at the public library. And I access the public library. I just stay on this page here, and the program is called Leap into New Knowledge, and it's Link Online Resources. So I'm going to go here, and all the public, they have 85 different databases. And I'm going to talk to you about a very small number. The first one is, sorry, I made links to myself to make it easier, is Comics Plus. And that is all graphic novels, and students like graphic novels. I would recommend for you to supervise a little. Some of it is a bit mature because it's graphic novel. So if you ever looked at a graphic novel, but otherwise they have a super big selection. And I know the kids really like Bone and Dick Nate. And all you have to do at this point is log in. You're going to search again for Prince George's County Memorial Library System. You would put in the PGCPS and the 9-digit student number. When it asks for a password, is the last 4-digit of their student number. So it's 5619 in this case. It would be your child's student number. You click login and you're in. And then you can just click on a book and start reading. So Comics Plus, a great selection of cartoons, cartoon and graphic novels. The other one I like to recommend, is RB Digital. So RB Digital is a big umbrella. It's a big database with a lot of different programs. As you can see here, they're up to 9. So where you can teach yourself music. They have indie flicks. Here they have concerts and British TV. This is a brand new one. I haven't really looked at it, where videos and wellness stuff. They have a complete Spanish Language entertainment section, the great courses. If you've never looked into it, it's really nice. They have some really good videos and lessons about anything. I'm gonna have to show you because it's really awesome. If you like cooking and bird watching, if you want to find out about food and wine, you just click on that and they have experts teaching you these different things. I'm going to go back to it. But the one I use the most is RB Digital Magazines because it's magazines. I have an account here. Let me just log out so you can see. If you don't have an account, you click create new account. Again, you would put the PGCPS and full student number. I just won't create another one. I'm just going to log in with mine. It will require an email address. And from here, you can click browse magazine. And they have a whole lot of different magazines from cooking, crafts, entertainment, sports, motorcycles. They have tattooing. So if you go to genres here, let's do, and they have adult coloring books. So let's say I'm a craft person. And I go to, I like to knit. Oh, I actually subscribe to this one. So you click checkout, but what's really important is to make sure you check email me when the next issue is available. At that point, you click this, click checkout, and start reading, and the magazine will open. And you can do that to all the magazines that are in here. They do have children magazine, not a huge selection, but they do have some children's magazine right here. And they also have high five or highlights? Highlights, high five in Spanish as well. So if you're looking for activities to do with your children, you can go here. They do allow you to print pages as well. So let's say you're here and you like what this person looks like, and you just click print and that page will be printed. So if you subscribe to cooking magazines, you can print the recipes super easily. So that's RB Digital. And a new one they just added for, again, for magazine is Flipster. And oh, I think, let me see. So I'm putting patient ID. I don't remember what I used for this one. I apologize. This one is a new one that I found yesterday, and it worked yesterday. So it's magazines as well. So I just need to find out how to make it work. So are there any questions so far for the public library book section? All right. Unless people are typing, oh, here's one question. Yes, everything I'm showing you today is free, completely free. All you will need for the subscription I was just telling you about at RB Digital, this one, you will need your public library card because it is a public library. But yes, completely free. Good question, thank you. So all this. So if the teachers, as teacher that work in Prince George's County, they can get a public library card for PGCMLS automatically. All they need to do is, I can actually show you, they can go online right now since all the sites are closed. So I'm gonna go to the public library. And if you go to library card services. So I went to services, library card services. And if you scroll down, and you can register for a virtual card library. And at this point, anybody in the country can register because they're asking you for an address, but you can write whatever. But as a teacher right now, I would say go in here, get a virtual library card, and it gives you access to everything I have just shown you. Thank you, great question. So I'm gonna jump to a little bit to entertainment because it is the summer after all that's coming. We have Frigo. And again, all these are on the link online resources that I've shown you at the beginning, and they're all listed here. Just for speediness, I create myself a link, but we have Frigo here. And this site here gives you access to 5 free downloads, music downloads, and I saw audiobook downloads as well a week. You can also stream music for free. And you just click, I'm logged in, so you will have to create an account. And you just click stream and the music. And then if you prefer, if you really like this song, you go here and you can download. And those you download and you own the music forever and ever. You do not have to return it. So I'm just gonna click log out here to show you. So the login, you just, again, you would put your child PGCPS and their full student number and click login. The PIN would be the last 4 digit of their student number. So that's Frigo. Then we have Hoopla. All right. Hoopla brings me to the Enoch Pratt Free Library, so it's not quite accurate. But what I like with Hoopla is they have a kid version. So I'm going to go back. So through Hoopla, you have movies, music, and television. Comics and ebooks, PGCMLS does not pay for that. So this is where you would go instead of Netflix. So I'm going to click television. And here you have a selection of television shows. You can just select one and you borrow and play it. There is a limit. I think it's 11 or 12 shows a month, but they have a super great selection for music as well. If you like Broadway shows, they have a lot of those, if you like listening to that kind of music. And of course, they also have movies. I said they have, if you click kids, 1 second. Okay, here's the kid movies here. So here's your selection of kid movies through Hoopla. Again, all free. So that is a free Netflix right here. Another streaming service is Canopy. And I'm in Canopy Kids. Again, unlimited. You can watch as many movies as you want. I'm logged in. I'm gonna log out to show you. Well, let me do this first. So the little caveat with Canopy is it's a lot of documentaries and international movies. So you do want to make sure that you're paying a little attention to what your children are watching on this. But there is a parental controls that you can set. So if it is a child that goes to Canopy, then you can set that up so that they don't have access to those movies. All right, so I'm going to log out so you can see how to log in. I think you just click log in and don't have an account yet. And you will just create an account. Are we good with that? If you have any questions, just put it in the chat. Finally, my last slide is Brainfuse, which I like to show because it is such a great service. I'm going to put in PGCPS and the student number. And that's available 24, no, not 24. It's available 7 days a week from 1 p.m. to midnight every day, where you have this live tutoring. So if some of your students are going to school this summer, taking summer classes, and they get home, or the teacher, not they get home since they're home, they forget how to do something. So I'm a fourth grader, I need help on my math, I speak Spanish, and I click get live help, which I can't do because they're not open right now. Then you have somebody on the other end helping you with your homework. Okay, it's a live chat with a tutor that can help you. The other great service that they offer, they have tons, but Writing Lab, you're gonna have to create an account. From here, if you write an essay and you need somebody to read it before you submit it, you can go up here, upload your file. You make a comment. I would say I'm a fourth grader. I wrote about Rosa Parks. And I would click submit. And within 24 hours, you are going to have a tutor that has read it and is making comment, helpful comment, they say, so on how to improve your essay. They have a whole lot of different services as well, where you can send question, language help if you need, e-parachute if you need to discover who you are, who you want to become, and a whole bunch of different options. The Brainfuse also have, it's not on my slide here, but they also have for older students another service. So I'm going back to my, actually, I'm gonna go back here. Because I saw high school students here, Brainfuse Job Now, which is the same idea, but it's for older student, and it's for resumes and to help you find a job. So you can have a live interview with a coach that's going to help you before your interview, and you can do career assessment and that kind of stuff, the e-parachute. So that's all by Brainfuse from the public library. Mango Language Learning is if you want to learn another language. And it includes, as well as if you are a different language and you want to learn English, you can go here. So to access this, you would go here and click Mango Language Learning, because this link is a specific link for Prince George's County student. If you are a parent that want to learn another language, you would need to go to the public library and create on this page, go to Mango and create an account. You go here, you use your email or your username. I'm going to show you my account here. You click login, and there are, I think it's 70 different languages. So you just select your language, and from here you do lessons. They also have an app that works really well. Finally, lynda.com, that's for older. And those are lessons. You would put your PGCPS. This is my own account here. And you learn computer languages. There's business. There's a whole lot of different classes that you can, technical writing here, classes that you can take at your own pace. And it's all focused toward improving yourself. So I'm going to, if you have questions, go for it. I'm going to share if it works today. Let's see. My phone. Yep. So you can see the apps. All right. So that is my phone right here. So here are the apps that I've talked to you about. I'm going to start with Sora. And what's really great with Sora is you'll see, I'm going to log in. You will see the books I have checked out on my computer will also be on Sora. So open, find my school. It's looking for my school. It's kind of did a little thing, and Prince George's is not here. So my school isn't listed. So I'm going to go here and type in Prince George's County Schools. And then I click this and I select sign in using Prince George's County Schools. I guess. And this is where you use your county credential. And I'm going to put my example student. So that would be your child username and their password. If you have any issues with that, please, I will give you my information at the end. Just email me and I will do my best to help you. I click submit. And now I'm in Sora. So we have the same button at the top, at the bottom. We have the home. We can go to the public library. I'm going to go here. I'm in Prince George's County here. I'm going to go to the public library. So, and then I'm still under dyslexic. I'm going to go fix that. Go back to home. Here's my shelf with all my books that I have checked out that I can read on my phone or on my iPad. And the last one, which is the little face here, is my achievements. So that is Sora. We have Tumble Books. So let me see if this is going to work. This one is a bit different. It's BF Johns. And the password is PGCPS. And if you remember, we'll make sure that, yes, it does work. I'm just gonna, well, it's from that page where all the username and passwords were listed. It was in here. So this is my Tumble Books, same idea. You just click and the book open. Comics Plus, that is public library. So we would go here. I think I may be logged in because I logged in yesterday. And you can just select. Let's see the graphic novels. And you just click checkout. Let's see, it says to choose your library, Prince George's Memorial. And this is where you would put the information that you created your account to log in. Or you would sign up if you haven't signed up, actually. All right. Free go. That's the music. So you can listen to it directly on your phone, or you can download. We have Hoopla, same concept. That's public library. You would, I have an account, so you would just use your account that you've created, and you would log in and you would have access. This is my personal account here. All right. They actually have all the Walking Deads in there if you're interested. Canopy, same concept. Sorry to repeat myself, but it's all the same. You click login, or if you haven't done it yet, get started and you register. They also have Brainfuse. So if you're on the go, you can create an account and do Brainfuse on your phone. Mango Language Learning, I was telling you earlier, it does have a really, you would just log in with the credentials you've created and you will go in there, and then you could jump from your computer to the phone and it would sync everything together. And let's see if Flipster is going to work. Let's see. Because they have 27 different magazines. Oh yeah, so they do. Prince George's Public Library, Prince George's County Public School. I want Prince George's County Memorial Library, so it's this one, the third one. I would still have to log in. So, and from here you would have access. I know they have People, and they have a bunch of different magazines from here. So that is what I have to say. I'm going to go back to, let me change what I'm showing. I'm going back here. This is my information. Like Marcy said, I am the professional librarian at the professional library for PGCPS, and that's my information.